No, it was a great trip, and congratulations to those guys for doing it. And I hear plans are underway for next year.
Yes. Andrew, what about yourself?
As per everyone else, getting involved in this escapade's been quite an interesting and enlightening experience, so I won't go on about that.
Escapade, I like that word.
Escapade?
It's been a lot of fun, actually, and I'm probably the one who's been most absent out of the whole team. So out of 13, well, we could count this as 14 podcasts now. I've made at least...
12 and a bit.
12 and a bit. I've made it to... at least 70% of them, I think, although I race in and out of conferences. Highlights, really, for me, working with some of the clients I've had this year. It's been a lot of fun, very interesting, the clients that I've had, and very diverse. Other things, like I said, the conferences. I spoke at, dare I call it, Tristan's conference.
You're more than welcome to.
And that was a lot of fun. Yeah, New Zealand was quite a good experience. We'll look at how we go about getting there next year. And then... again, the Australian conference, actually, I was a bit sceptical about flying all the way to Western Australia. Sitting here on the East Coast going, oh, why am I going to go over there? But it turned out to be a brilliant conference, and looking forward to next year's as well. Really quick one, actually, and Simone, you can pick me up on my pronunciation here. Highlight for me in the last month is I sat in on a Kepner Furo, or KF course.
Kepner Fury.
There you go. I knew I'd get picked up on the pronunciation. Kepner Fury with Thinking Dimensions, and that was a really good course. And also talking to a namesake there, Andrew Sauter, he's going to join us in the February podcast. So that's probably the highlights I've had. Lowlights, not many really. Actually, probably the biggest lowlight for me is trying to actually evolve a business and get out there and do the sales pitching side of things. That's a big learning curve for me. So, but I'm getting better at it, I would like to think. When you look at my client base, obviously I'm not doing too badly. So that'd be the two.
You survived the year, so that's got to be a positive thing. When running your own business, it always is,
Yes.
I guess that should be one of my highlights as well, the fact that I actually survived.
Yes, I was just going to say that, something worthy of mentioning is that our inaugural podcast happened at a very interesting time of year.
I thought you were referring to his dry month last month, but he had to give up drinking for health reasons.
It wasn't health reasons, it was pig-headed reasons.
No, he didn't give up drinking at all. We saw the photo on the tweet, remember?
Oh, is that what? And did you survive the month, though?
It was a $20 bet that I couldn't get through a weekend, so I thought, how far can I push this? And apparently I can only push it so far into the silly season.
It was a monetary bet.
That's true, but did you actually earn interest on the $20 because it was more than the weekend?
No, and I didn't collect it either.
That is just not good.
No. But you're right, Simone. Our very first episode was